everybody, currently driving down to Ruwais. Ruwais is the industrial city in Abu Dhabi Emirate, and it's about 250 kilometers west of Abu Dhabi in the Dhafra region, and it's on the coast going down towards the Saudi Arabia border. This is what the road to Ruwais looks like. And why are we going there? Because Ruwais is traditionally a fishing village, and then it has boomed during the oil and gas years, and it's now set for a further revamp, with ADNOC investing $3 billion to create the world's largest petrochemicals complex down there. So we're taking a trip down to do a little bit of a recce, see what it's like, see what there is, and see what opportunities there are for businesses coming into the UAE. We're staying at the Danat. The weather is absolutely awful. It's really windy and very overcast, but a beautiful beach and a lovely pool. There are currently 3 hotels in Ruwais. 2 are located on the coast, approximately 10 minutes drive from the city centre. That's the Danat Jebel Dhanna resort and its sister property, the DAFRA Beach Hotel. Whilst the Remal Hotel is literally located in the city centre, in fact within walking distance. At the time of making this video, the cheapest hotel room was at the Dhafra Beach Hotel for 169 dirhams per night plus taxes. Driving towards Ruwais city from the Danat Jebel Dhanna Hotel, we've got the Ruwais refinery on our left-hand side, and on our right, what looks to be Ruwais city. Turning into Ruwais, I'm really excited because it's my first visit and I'm not really sure what to expect. We interrupt this video to bring you some breaking news. We learned during our trip to Ruwais that the name is actually being changed to Dhanna. So throughout this video, you'll see signage for both Ruwais and Dhanna. The population of Ruwais is around 30,000 people, and that's made up of 65 different nationalities. The community is made up of people working for ADNOC, Borouge, the Barakah nuclear plant, which is about 45 minutes away, families, and people who are working for organisations in Ruwais that are supplying services to the community. So Ruwais city was really built up, developed, and is now managed by ADNOC. So if you're wanting to set up a business there to provide your services or products to the community that's living there, then you need to get approval from ADNOC. And obviously, because they've got about 30,000 people living there, they want to make sure that those people are happy, that they're contented, that they stay there for a long period of time. So they want to make sure that there are the amenities and services that people want. So for leasing a commercial premise, then you need to put forward the requirements for your commercial space. So the size of space that you need, whether it needs to be in a shopping mall or outside of a shopping mall, and your MEP requirements and details of the equipment that you might be using within that space. They'll then go through their records of what they have available and come back to you with 2 or 3 suggestions and arrange for you to have a site visit there. Now, in terms of costing, obviously it comes down to each particular unit, but as a very rough idea, they have told me that if you are leasing less than 100 square meters, then the average price you would expect to pay is in the region of 1,000 dirhams per square meter. And if you are leasing 101 or more square meters, then that figure drops to around 700 dirhams per square meter. And I've spoken to some real estate gurus in Abu Dhabi to see how this compares. And if you were, for example, leasing commercial real estate that was in like an old strip, so not in a modern shopping mall, didn't have particularly good parking facilities, etc., then you would probably be looking at around 1,000 dirhams per square metre for that kind of space as well. Obviously these are very, very average costs. There are a lot of factors to take into consideration in all of these, but it's just to give you a very rough idea of what you might be expecting to pay if you're thinking of putting together a costing exercise to start a business there. So it's difficult to see what services are missing. When we spoke to people that we met there and we asked them, are there any services that you have to go specifically to Abu Dhabi or Dubai for that you can't get in Ruwais? Nobody was able to give us sort of a specific answer, which is a good sign, which means that the community is well catered for. There's a reasonably new mall there, and I understand that really the priority at the moment is making sure that those units are filled. So definitely a demand for retail. We learned that when people are needing things, they order online through any of the stores and just get the deliveries just like we would anywhere else in the UAE. Finding out accommodation costs for your employees is a little bit more difficult. ADNOC won't start giving you costings for accommodation plots that might be available until you're in the process of actually leasing your commercial premise. And that makes sense because obviously they don't want to be wasting their time unnecessarily. But it doesn't really help from the purpose of going through an initial costing exercise to put together your feasibility study. However, we understand that leasing of villas and apartments is higher than what you would expect to pay in Abu Dhabi. They do have workers' accommodation as well. There is currently, at the time of recording this video in August 22, accommodation available for ladies, but they don't have specific accommodation available for men at the moment. So that would be a cheaper option. And somebody had also suggested to me that you could consider staying at the Yash guest house. Now, I've contacted Yash 6 guest house for some more information, and it's operated on behalf of ADNOC, so they couldn't even give me the prices to stay there. So what I understand is that some ADNOC staff will stay there, or contractors will stay there, and then they will quite often stay there during the week and then travel back to either Abu Dhabi or Dubai at the weekends. So it is a guest house, but the really nice thing about this is you get free laundry and you get 3 meals a day there as well, and they provide a shuttle bus all around the Ruwais city, so it could be a viable option. But again, you'd have to go to ADNOC for that, and it would depend on availability and whether they would allow you to do that. So if you end up living in Ruwais, what is there for you and your employees to do when you're not working? So there's a traditional souk, there's a shopping mall, the beaches nearby, there's parks, there are recreation areas and sports facilities. There's the Ruwais farm, there's a heritage village, so there's plenty of different things to occupy you.
And there's also the Dhanna Golf Club. Not just for members, it's open to all the public. A great place to relax, and they have entertainment every evening. There's also a Brazilian restaurant and a well-stocked bar. It's currently a stunning 9-hole golf course and also has a driving range, perfect for anyone wanting to take up a new sport and get lessons.
So what are my conclusions of Ruwais now I've taken a visit? Well, it was actually a lot bigger than I was expecting, and it's deceptive because from the outside, whilst you're still on the main road approaching the city, it doesn't look overly big. And it's not really until you get inside and you start driving around that you can get a feel for just how expansive this area is. There's a lot of accommodation there. And the other thing which I was really pleased to see was it's extremely well maintained. The landscaping is really good. It's obviously well established as well. Whilst the main facilities and services that people need are there, I think they are there in a very limited supply. So there's definitely opportunities in that respect for businesses to go in and really ramp up what services are there and give people a little bit more choice for sure. But overall, I was pleasantly surprised, had a great visit, learnt a lot, met some very helpful and very interesting people, and would definitely go back.
So if Ruwais could be an opportunity for your organisation, don't hesitate to get in touch with us at the Gateway Group to get assistance with your company formation.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that it's been helpful. I certainly learned a lot putting it together. If you would like to see more information about setting up businesses, anything related to visas in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, then please subscribe to the channel for future updates. And if this video was helpful for you, please click the like button. Thanks, bye.